Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Shadea, and as you've noticed in the title, it's all about that leap of faith. There's a shift in the winds, and a lot of us can no longer remain in places and spaces that we no longer are being led to belong or stay in. So if you are a child of God, you're being called, and it may not make any sense. You may be prompted to leave your job, go and travel to another state or another country, and your finances might not be in line. But the thing that I've learned, because recently this just happened to me, I just so happened to be at work, and I was just doing my usual patrol, and I came across a grasshopper or locust, and this wasn't the first occurrence when I came across this particular insect. In fact, the next couple of days, same spot, around the same time, same insect. So spiritually, inwardly, I heard it's time to take a leap of faith. I had already been quite jaded and disenchanted by my job, considering the legal and political structures there. It's a very oppressive place, and it isn't a culture or an ideology that I necessarily resonate with. And I was being torn in the sense that my purpose involves being of service, working with individuals, calling them in, being an inspiration to them, and sometimes giving them that spark. Like, I could be like an intercessor for God, for example, and this happens more often than not, where God will call me to a place and I'll just go there, and there's an individual that's waiting there, and I have a word that they need to hear. And I feel like it works both ways, because it opens up revelations about myself. So here I am in this position, like monetary wise, like my finances have increased, and so there's been a lot of blessings. However, there's a torment on a spiritual level, because I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I am meant to do something else, and I have not been working in the capacity of my calling. So this morning, as the days wore on, I realized that I was really struggling to get out of bed. And of course, I am already aligned with something else. So God is good that way. So I made a few huge sacrifices. One of them was that I just, like, out of nowhere, I was prompted to go to the school where I've been working on my undergrad degree and go back in and enroll to finish the last couple of classes. And I wasn't worried about the money. It doesn't really make any sense. So I'm paying out of pocket, but it's for something greater than myself. So, by the way, I'm enjoying being back in school and everything. And then I just kept getting this information in the spirit that my work is at odds with who I am as a person. So it's starting to feel like lethargic, like I just drain, and just like the people in the organization, like the things that I see and I witness, like the integrity and the character. Granted, God doesn't send you anywhere for just any reason. You go places, and eventually you outgrow them until you have to go and develop new character traits and learn new things, and also look at the posturing of your heart as you, follow God's path for you. So this morning I called and I said, I'm never coming back. And of course I wrote my letter of resignation, and I explained that while there were these conflicts, organizationally, I do appreciate, especially the leadership at the top, because they have been reasonable and supportive in a lot of ways. I had a meeting with them, I think about a month ago, and it was really to help them out. Like, there are some things I could do legally, but I'm choosing not to do that, because I'm not really into the retaliation, because I'm recognizing more and more that there's a lot more spiritual stuff that's going on. As a matter of fact, so much that you guys aren't gonna believe this, but like, I draw, and I don't think about things, like it's just whatever comes out in spirit. And so I was at work, I started drawing this image. Like, I had no idea. Then I looked at it and was like, whoa, this reminds me of my direct boss. It's literally him. But I didn't recognize that that's what. So there's this double, what do you call it? Double-mindedness that he possesses, and there's a lot of things, and he's a young man and he's having such issues, but I prayed for him many a time. So yesterday I also saw a huge hawk with a huge rat in its talons, and that was also something that like really stood out to me. So the call is going out, and I'm seeing it actually, and a lot of us are recognizing the transitioning of the energies. Like, it's so weird because I do have the gift of prophecy, and I also have the gift of being able to interpret dreams. I've had this since I was a really small child, and it was kind of confusing because of the things that I know and the things that I can see, because I can see and I can hear. So I did get involved with New Age on the sidelines, trying to make sense of like these gifts, because I could see things in people and I could see, it's crazy, like I get visions and things like that. So I'm also tuned into that energy. And so it's gonna be quite festive, like where I'm at. It's kind of disgusting, like the people that have darkness in their hearts, like their fear turns into anger, and there's been some stabbings in the areas that I hang out, so I haven't really been in those areas. But just as you, just as I, just as any one of us that are a part of the army of God, that we walk with the full armor of God regularly, we're out here and we don't even know it, but we're actually learning step by step the ultimate to the bigger picture as we connect with people, and people that may be in different states of looking for answers or guidance because they're lost. There are people out here that worship Satan, but they worship Satan because they misunderstand, but their hearts are not that of Satan. So, no lamb shall be left behind, and you got the call, so now it's your turn to also follow suit and follow in line, and be about your Father's business, and go out there in the flesh, because the spiritual war has been going on for a very long time, but it's intensifying. There's some huge things that are about to happen in the middle of 2023. So, those of us that are getting the visions and the information, also hold tight to a lot of the main factors of the information. Keep that inside, because Satan doesn't have the ability to read your mind. And so our ability to communicate in various ways with our Father is a strong point. I wish you all well. Stay blessed. You are always surrounded by unconditional love. As I am one of you, I love you guys as well. I even love my enemies. But now is the time. I love you guys. Cheers. Bye.